All right, you guys, I was in the mood for me some pasta, so here is a Mardi Gras Alfredo pasta. All right, so let me show you how I made it. I did take some chicken thighs. I add some olive oil on them before I added my seasonings, and I went ahead and seasoned it with Slap Your Mama. You guys can use any Cajun seasoning you like. I also used some paprika, some garlic powder, some onion powder. I'll use some oregano and some thyme. I went ahead and mixed all that up, got it blended very well, and then I seared it on both sides for about 5 minutes before adding it to an oven at 350 for an additional 25 minutes, okay? Once I completed that, I shredded my chicken after I moved it from the oven and got my meats, the rest of my meats ready and my vegetables. I went ahead and added my andouille sausage, got those browned on both sides. Once I removed them, I added my vegetables. I also added a green bell pepper, which you do not see here in this pan, but I did. Here is my pasta water. I always add chicken bouillon to my pasta water to give the noodles more flavor, and along with a teaspoon of butter. Once I removed my sausage, I added my crawfish for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then as well as my shrimp. And now I am ready to make my sauce. In that same pan, add your heavy whipping cream. And I also used about 2 tablespoons of cream cheese, a whole bowl of Parmesan cheese, about a tablespoon of garlic, minced garlic, some tomato paste. I went ahead and seasoned this as well with some Old Bay, some paprika, and some all-purpose seasoning. You can go ahead and let that cook up for about a good 3 to 5 minutes. You want it to get a little thick before you add all the rest of your ingredients. Be sure to use you see it on the screen. Go be sure to use one of those before you add your vegetables and your meats. As you see, I'm adding some chicken here, but I did not add all my chicken. That was more than enough chicken. I'm going to use the rest of it probably for some tacos or something. But now I've added everything. I'm going to let that simmer for about a good 5 minutes and let it thicken up before I add my noodles. And this is how it turned out. And it came out so good, guys. It tasted just as good as it looked. If you guys want to give this recipe a try, go ahead and let me know what you think. All right, bye.